Yo, what's going on guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at our third place playoff game against SK Gaming. So we did lose against Co-Magic in the semi-finals, sorry to spoil that part, but that obviously means we're into the third place up against SK Gaming. They're the team we're 30 points behind at the moment, so it's a must win game for both teams. Definitely a big step on the way on to going to the World Finals, so we just had no other choice to win this one. If we lost, we're basically near enough out of the race, so we had to win this one to come back. Some really close games, and GG's to all opponents for this. Won't obviously run the outcome in a minute, but let's just jump straight into the first game. Alright, so the first game, the bans were Max and Gale. So Gale ban for SK and a Max ban for us. So they've game for the Poco double tank comp. We kind of expected it in a way. We knew Mr. P were going to be good against the Rosa and the Carl and whatnot. Pam's just good overall, and Carl obviously just a really good brawler. He's going to be able to win lane the majority of the time, and they've already fed me Mr. P turret, so this is going to be really crucial in constantly wasting their ammunition. I'm going to take down a Rosa. Mr. P is just such a solid mid on this. Our only worry for this was that we might have brought out a Mortis, and Mortis does really well against Mr. P and Carl. So a bit of a worry in the first game. We didn't want to go too ambitious with our comp, so played it a little bit safe. They actually played it a bit risky. Not too many teams tend to run Poco double tank. They obviously thought they could counter us in some way, but Tom able to take out the Rosa again, and I'm able to get a pinch. I'm able to kill Sky there with the help from Semantic, so well played to him, and we're able to push them all out. But the problem is with Poco double tank, they could just keep going aggro over and over again. Poco can afford to sit in the mid and constantly collect the gems. You can see how weak he is, but he's still just going to lounge around mid and collect the gems. So at the minute, it's still really close there, but Tom able to kill both people with a fire there. I don't know what his shield was doing, and shield literally just walked straight into the fire and were able to give us the gem. So a bit of a throw on their end. It was really close up until that Carl super. So in the moment, I thought Tom was actually going to die there, but we're able to pick up the first game. As I said, these games matter so much on the line. Everyone has to play on top of the game, and I think those nerves for both teams all around. So we're able to pick up the first win in the first set. Let's jump right into the next game. Alright, so the next game is up, and we went for the comp to try and counter a Mortis. So we had a feeling they lost that game, they're going to bring out a Mortis to try and counter us. So we went for Carl mid. Carl mid's really good against Mr. P, and a lot of people be surprised at how good it is. I'm not really the best Carl, but still a half decent Carl. And Carl's going to be really good in helping to pinch in the mids and the lanes. So at the minute, doing a decent job trying to get double value of getting both of them, but I'm able to pinch them both out. I could just tank the shots and get them down there. So I mean, we fed Mr. P, which is a bit annoying, but Carl deals with Mr. P fine, obviously, as he has on unlimited ammo. Semantic on the Pam. Semantic's not the best Pam in the world. It's very rare for him to lose a Pam 1v1 interaction, so I'm trying to get this Pam turret down so then Semantic can do something. Semantic's still going in there, and he's playing really aggro. He just always, I remember seeing something like Semantic always manages to stay alive with Pam. With a shield there, I didn't actually realise he was in the bush. I don't know if I was just being a bit blindsided. I think that was probably my fault. I think Tom did call that out, so a bit of an error on my part, and I think this is why they had a majority of the control there. So a shield, literally one shot, is able to take down Tom. So another big interaction. I'm just going to go straight on Mr. P there, try and get some aggro. Literally everyone's being forced out of the mid, so we're able to get some control back. I did give them a gem, but we got some control of the mid again. So in this moment, they did a good job of stacking that. They've got a Tara pet on the left, they've got a Pam turret, and they've got Mr. P turret. Just, it's so hard to take that down. We actually managed to kill a shield there, but it's going to be so hard to really do anything because they've got so much combined over there. There's just so much turrets and healing. I'm trying to take them down, but can't get the angle to take it out sufficiently. But they're able to pinch us back, me and Tom on one shot, and they're able to regain the control pretty simply and take the last gems. So but this comp, I don't even know really what went wrong. I think the main thing that went wrong is Shield getting a kill on me, and it kind of lost his control. So I think that was one thing to improve on, is definitely be a bit more wary of the lanes. That was 100% my fault on that one. But we take the loss in that one. Let's hop right into the next game. Alright, so 1-1 in this set at a minute. It's really important to get a win in the first set, as it just sets a path for future games. It just gets in a good mindset to win the first game, because you know you've got a bit of leverage to mess up and maybe lose a set. So then it just puts you in good stem for the rest of the game. So going into this, was a bit wary of the Mortis again. But we still picked the same mod comp that won us the first game. This is the more tried and tested comp. You've got Carl against Tara, which is decent. You've got Mr. P that deals with enemy Taras really well. I'm going to be helping Semantic down this lane. He's able to win the 1v1 now, so really well played to Semantic. And Sky has got turret first though, which is a bit of a worry, but I think I'm close here. I'm trying to get a shield down that side. Sky definitely messed up with that Mr. P turret, because in the mid it's just going to get easily taken out, so I'm able just to waltz down mid and take that out, no problem. Tom doing a really good job against Satara, enabling him to take him out. And now I think I'm not one shot away from turret. I'm going a bit aggro to gain the mid control. Sky's really weak, so I've got a lot of position here. I've got a Mr. P turret down the Tara lane. The reason for that is because Tara's obviously an assassin brawler kind of. You want the Mr. P's porters to constantly reveal her position, and she's going to have to keep taking it down, but she's able to two-shot my turret, which is a bit crazy, but I'm able to get a new one anyway. So she basically suicided to take down my turret. I'm able to get all the gems there, so I mean, we did have the better comp. I don't even know what else really to say. We just played really well. 10-1 there, so able to pick up the set win inside of that one. 2-1, still kind of close games, but not really inside of gem grab. Let's hop into the next game. So the next set is up Siege. This is the normal Siege comp we face. We're actually facing a comp we've never ever faced before. So they actually came up with a really good comp. I'm really surprised that this even works, and we just didn't know how to play against it. So fair play to them. They definitely brought out a good comp inside of this one. So the Pam, Frank, and the Brock. So I'm guessing the Brock's just to break up the map. Same with the Frank, and then the Pam just can go into town. She's got constant turrets, so I'm going to be having to take 3 shots to take that out all the time. And Frank just has a lot of HP. He's got 3 gadgets. He's able to tank my pulls over and over again until them 3 gadgets are down, and he's probably able to keep them gadgets for the majority of the game, just because obviously the game only lasts like 2 minutes time, so he's able to keep control. You've also got a Brock that's able to jump over my pulls, so there's really no one I can safely pull, because Pam, as I said, has her Pam turrets. We're able to take the first round, and I'm just trying to watch here to see how they get back into this. So Tom's doing a good job of keeping them back. Skyrix does switch the lane, so Frank wants to be against the BB, just because you can use the gadgets as a super. You can just keep your range, and it's hard for a BB to push up once Frank has the super. So you can see here, it's a really good super from Skyrix. He's able to get that one there. So I'll try to gadget him and do something there. So I don't know why I went for the pull. I mean, he's got no gadgets left now, which is good, but they're able to get that Siege boss. And then Pam and Brock at the same time, they can absolutely shred the Ike from a distance, and it's hard to take them out. You've got so much Pam healing, you've got really tanky Frank just literally tanking every single shot, and it don't even matter if Frank tanks the shots, because our supers aren't really too valuable. And as you can see here, they're just so dominant on the offense, and they've got really good defense as well. So it's definitely going to be a comp that we're going to try out and test things. BB just feeds everyone in this comp. Pam does well against BB on the long range. You've got Brock, who does well at opening the map. You've got Frank, who's really good. So it'll be interesting to try this in future scrims and whatnot, because I feel like this is a really good comp from them. So I'm able to pull a Frank, we're able to absolutely destroy him there. But they've just got so much control. They've got Pam with turret, and BB just can't pressure the Pam at all, and they're able to take that round as well, and they're able to win. So I mean, that was a really good comp from them. Completely caught us off guard, so we lose that game. Let's jump right into the next Siege set. Alright guys, the next game is up. So they've switched out the Gene for Frank, so they probably thought that Frank was probably feeding a bit too much, so they've switched it out. I don't even know why they did, to be honest. I should have gone mid and just got that mid star, so definitely an error on my side of things, and we're already able to feed Pam her turret, which is a bit of a mistake. So I'm able to pull Skyrix here for the bolt, but then just got a bit too aggro. I think I got caught on the wall there. I would have been able to get a bolt, but she was able to go in and jump out. So they've got 3 for next round, so not looking good for us at all. And she's playing a really good Brock, to be fair. He's keeping his distance really well and breaking up the map when possible. But in this scenario again, we really haven't got the best defense in comparison to theirs. They've got an amazing defense and amazing offense. You can see shield does like 8% per shot on the Ike, and they're able to take it down like 30% without a worry in the world. So already a good push from them. They're able to keep the position. Semantic going against the Gene. I need to help him in this interaction. Shield's doing a really good job keeping the mid, but I actually get a good pull here to reestablish some control. Waddy's doing really good on the Pan, being really aggressive. She can just keep healing the amount of damage Barley can do as long as that turret's up. So I mean, it's really well played from Waddy. I get another pull and makes us secure a bolt, but I need to go aggressive. I need to get that bolt. We needed to get some bolts for the last round, else we weren't going to win this game. So they get another one. We actually have 4. They have 2 for next round. So at the minute, it's still looking decent. We've got a kill on Skyrix there, but as I said, Brock's just amazing on offense. As you can see, he's just doing so much damage. He's just melting us all. We can't really deal with him, and as you can see, he's done so much damage on his own. And Shield playing super well. literally carrying his team inside of this one. So and literally watching back these games, I didn't realise how well he was playing. So fair play to a shield there. And they're just able to keep control again. It's hard for us to gain back control with a Brock constantly shooting at us, with a Pam, with a Jean constantly chipping at us. So definitely outcomped in this one. Again, it's not really a siege strategy that we see, but it's definitely interesting. It definitely works against our comp, so we definitely have to try it out. But that's going to be another win for them. They're able to take the siege set, so it's currently 1-1 sets. Let's go into the next game. Alright, so going into this game then, so they've completely outcomped us from the get-go. So Brock just doesn't deal well with triple tank. He just doesn't have enough DPS. He hasn't got the reload speed to kind of keep up, especially with all the grass and whatnot. So B definitely would have been a better pick. And again, Mr. P is just not going to be good against this comp. They can just keep going aggro over and over again. It's just basically impossible for us to win this one just from the get-go, which is fair play to SK here. They're able to outcomp us completely. So I think the only way we're able to win this, as you can see, we're just getting damage over and over again, just literally running in. We can't take them out. We just don't have the DPS or hit fire or anything to take these down. So Waddy's doing a really good job staying alive. Their job constantly just stay alive for as long as possible. Wait for your teammates to then come up again. As you can see, we just take so long to get Waddy down again, and then the Skyrix and the Shield's just able to come up the map again, and they've already got us safe down. We're not even able to get out of our spawn. It's just insane how much of a counter it is. So I mean, it's probably one of the last times we're going to play Brock, just because of this factor. It just gets countered way too much by the triple tank aggression. So I mean, fair play, they did their homework with this one. They definitely outcomped us in this one, but we're able to get down Skyrix, so there's a little bit of hope left. 17% left on our high save. Basically, we've got a minute left. We've got to keep them back constantly. We've basically got to hit all of our shots possible and get them down. But basically, in this situation, it's near enough impossible just with the combination they're running. So another combination I've not really seen too many people use. So it's definitely good to come up with comps on the fly to catch your opponents off guard. And it's what they're doing Raw. They've definitely got some really good brain smarts and knowledge about them. So Smazic's able to take them down again. But Shield, we just can't afford to leave anybody on our safe. We can't afford to leave a single person. Shield's able to get a few shots. I don't want to get taken down, so I'm trying to dodge and heal up at the same time. 9% left on our safe. And as I said again, it's just near enough impossible to get back from this scenario. A beat in this comp definitely would have been better. It's a good comp for them to come off the get-go. They must have seen us going Brock and scrims or something. Even though we didn't scrim this map for a while, we just must have knew how much we love going Brock on this map. So 5% left on our safe. There's literally no chance we're coming back in hell here. Even if we take down Waddy, Scar's just able to run at us with the shield, and he's able to take that down. So I mean, there's not really much to commentate on it, just because in that scenario we're literally screwed. So 1-0 up in that set for SK. Let's go into the next game. Alright guys, into the next game of Tornado Ring. So this is the normal comp that people tend to go, maybe instead of a Spike and Mr. P, but we just didn't want to risk it with things. So both teams are going the same comp. And Tornado Ring, it's very much about control. So you'll be seeing the whole game here. Normally games last the whole 2 minutes 30, because all of these brawlers aren't base race brawlers, they're control brawlers. It's all about control of the mid and constantly winning your 1v1 interactions. So Skyrick's actually using Honeycoat there, just able to catch me off by surprise. If he didn't use Honeycoat, we probably wouldn't be able to go in there and get a lot of damage. So a bit of an interesting star power choice, but Instapedo is going to be the better one for sure. Just over time, because you've got 2 chances obviously of hitting a 3k. You're not always going to hit people in the bush, and actually just missing out on a shield there. Semantic could have got a lot of damage there if I hit that 3k, and again, a misplay on my part. So what I did in that scenario, I placed my gadget too early. What you want to be doing, you want to be waiting for the B to shoot and use your gadget, tank that 3k shot. But I used it too early there, and he's able to sneak in a shot around the side. So definitely well played to Skyrix there. He played really good. As you can see, there's a minute gone, and not a single percentage dealt on this safe. That's just literally because of the kind of control aspect to it. No one wants to go in. Everyone wants to play until the last like 15 seconds and make a push for it. So why do you actually going in strong there? Tom has to go back to heal up. I'm trying to keep the mid for the time being. I'm dodging a few shots, and I'm able to get my turret down to tank. Again, I just missed that slow, but Semantic's able to get a shot on the sky. And then Waddy's star power as well, which is a bit of an interesting one. Semantic was going to use curveball, but the fertilize allows you to make an aggressive play. Curveball just really good at scouting the B out, so it makes it so the Skyrix can then know where I am in the bush and get some really good shots. But Waddy without fertilize is not going to be able to make an aggressive play. So that kill on B was huge. Semantic's able to get super at the right time as well, and with the fertilize healing, he's able to make an epic play, get down a shield there, and we're able to get a good big shot on Sky again. We're able to get some really good control there. So Semantic taking him down again. 30 seconds left in this scenario. We just don't want to get him back in the bush. So B's really good at holding this position here. It's near enough impossible for him to get me out of this position as long as I keep my distance and literally keep scouting. I've got my super again. Super's really good for scouting that grass. Tom winning the lane against YDE, and in this scenario it's impossible for SK to get him back. So it's all about patience on this map. It's really important to just keep your lanes, don't play too aggressive, and it's near enough just about the B 1v1 interaction in the mid, and I'm able to win that one. So we win that set. Win that game, I mean, 1-all in this set. Let's go into the next game. Alright, going into the third game of this set. So this is really, really important. If whoever wins this one, they're one set away from taking it all. And I can't highlight how much pressure is on both teams. Both teams have no other option than winning this game, because it's going to give the other team such a big advantage. So they've gone for a Brock to try and counter the Spike, I imagine. And but we went for Mr. P to counter the Spike. So again, it's a different change from both teams. A bit of a rock, paper, scissors-esque, because you don't want to switch out too much of a comp in case they go that tank option again. Skyrick's able to get the good start on me, which is always kind of the theme of it. The B always starts to get a good start, but he pushed up way too much. Smantic and Tom are able to get him down with ease. I'm able to take out a shield, so at the minute we're in a really good situation. I'm able just to keep this control here. Literally in the position I'm in, it's one of the best positions to be in. There's only a narrow gap that I can shoot, and there's basically no chance I'm going to be missing every single shot, or at least I can just keep putting them back, because there's only one place they can come out of. So a bit of a lag on the spectating. I was actually noticing an Orcs live stream, it was lagging in spectating as well. I don't know what's up with that recently, but again, I'm just keeping them back. On this map, it's all about buying your time. You don't want to just rush in and get loads of damage. You just want to keep the enemy back for as long as possible, so they obviously can't do damage to your save. So Semantic again able to win the 1v1 interaction. He's an insane spike, one of the best spikes in the world, so he's able to win that. So they've only just got super now, 1 minute 30 into the game, and they're only just unable to get super, which is why they've picked up Brock to obviously break up the spike lane. I'm able to get a 3k shot on Sky and keep him back. So Sky with a 3k as well, but really good scenario. 13% up, 45 seconds left. They really need to make a push, so they need to be coming on to us here. So I'm just going to stay back and play it passive. Tom doing an amazing job against Wadi. Again, not really spoke too much about it because Mr. P does counter Spike really, really well. We're able to win a 1v1 interaction in the mid. Tom's doing an amazing job, as I said. Once he's got them porters, it's near enough impossible for Spike to do anything. And we're able to deal 30%. 25 seconds left. They need to get out of his spawn trap, but again, Semantic's just going into town on this Brock. I'm just cycling shots over and over again on the safe, and in this scenario, it's impossible for him to come back. Wadi with a sad face, he knows it's over. So it's 2-1 up in the sets at the minute. Really flawless play from those guys on Tornado Ring. Let's jump into the fourth set. Okay, fourth set. So these sets, what you're about to witness, is the most insane ones. I can see Poco double tank on both sides of things, so we knew they liked the Poco Frank comp. The reason why they're playing this is because Mortis counters the kind of control comps really, really well. So like Mr. P, when Mr. P's in play, Mortis is really, really strong, and the tanks as well, just really good support from Mortis. So they're able to win the 1v1 interaction at the start. Shield walking up with all of his HP, and I kind of mess up the roll, but Shield shoots, but Semantic walks it in, so a bit of a misplay on our side of things. But we know we've got Daryl to counter the Frank and the Mortis, so we know we're in a good situation. As I say, you're literally never going to see these comps again, really. It's just kind of crazy in Backyard Bowl. It's such an open map, and everyone's going Poco double tank. It's just literally because of the ban, so I'm able to spot a good opportunity, roll up, and take the goal inside of that one. So GG for that. And again, we obviously knew Wadi was playing Mortis, so we can't really go B, we can't go Pipe, we can't go Brock, because Mortis literally hard counts all of them. We can't go Mr. P, so literally all the best brawlers on Backyard Bowl we can't go because of Mortis. So Mortis actually is really, really meta on Backyard Bowl. It's kind of crazy, so we're able to get them all down here. Probably could have killed Mortis a bit sooner, but I know I can just be safe and get that in there. So we're able to pick up their first game in that set. So currently match point. Let's jump right into the next game. Alright guys, next game is up. So throughout all of this, they took about 15 minutes to ready up. So a lot of people on the ARC stream and overall were just really like waiting on these guys. So they did take a long time. They were trying to kill the momentum, which was definitely mind games. It definitely did annoy us and worked in their favour. So they were allowed to do that until an admin got involved and obviously did all that. So in this scenario, Mortis is really good against me and Tom. So we got the early engagement off. We knew we could just sit here and do a lot. That B and Pam, sorry, looked really cool in combination with each other. Just noticed that. But Waddy's job here is going to be trying to waste Tom's Brock shots, Brock gadgets. So in the long run, Mortis is able to take down Brock with an ease. So that's a game plan there. I think they know if they can just get that down in the long run, they're going to be really good. Shelly, they tried to counter our Poco double tank comp, which was a really bold choice from them. They did take 15 minutes to ready up, as I said, so they could have fought for a load of different scenarios. Again, it's going to be like rock paper scissors when Max is banned. I think with a Max ban, for some of the different comps you can go, because of the Poco comps, they counter Mr. P and the normal control comps. So it's like a back and forth for what you think your enemies are going to go. So it's really confusing inside of this. But we're able to get the goal. There, 1 minute left. We probably should have held on and just held for control and constantly kept some spawn trap, because now they can play aggressive. It's really important now to hit your shots, but as you can see here, Waddy just go in there and dies, but Shelly now has super there against the wall, so this is really bad. Probably we should have broke up our own walls so we can stop this from happening. Tom's just going to go up the map, but Shelly with super again and a Poco heal. We're in actually a really bad spot here, because they can just hug the walls and we're not going to be able to get them out. Waddy again, we haven't got anything to counter this Mortis. He could just go on rampant, especially with a Poco heal. We're kind of screwed in this scenario. We've got a Brock super able to break down the walls, but they're able to get us all low. Waddy's just going to go in. He's got a Poco heal. There's literally nothing we can do in that scenario, so well played to them. But in that sense, we just could not do a thing. So 20 seconds left, going into OT. B in overtime, a good B should be able to do absolute work. But as you can see, I was just missing so many shots in a row. I needed to connect on a few and just cycle my supers over and over again, but I wasn't able to do that. Why do you get super there? Should have just gone for Skyrix, get him down, and then it would have been 2v3 situation. So I feel like in that situation, I definitely did choke because I didn't get Waddy down long enough. But we're able to get some good position. Smantic's going to be going up against Poco, but Smantic's going to be really low after he wins this engagement, if he wins it. So going into overtime, being overtime should be really good. Brock should be really good, but Waddy's going to be dodging really good with the Mortis speed. Shelly in overtime should be absolutely awful, but she's able to get a super onto Semantic. Semantic's really low and can't really do anything here. And Waddy's just able to go in, swipe, take everyone out, and hard carry that team. So really well played to Waddy. Played an amazing Mortis on that one. So 1-1 in this set. Let's go into the next game. Alright, going into the third game of this set. So match point again for us. We went back to the Poco Daryl to try and counter the Mortis, Cold to try and counter Jackie, but they've just got so much HP, I can't really afford just to go in there and die every time. Probably should have been a bit more aggressive. There's just so much on the line, and it's hard to really try and make an aggressive play, because obviously if you mess up, you're going to be getting all the sticks. So we do get really good engagement to start with, but we haven't got like a Frank super or anything to break a wall. So I feel like we need to go something to wall break really, because obviously they can just hide behind the walls. We're not going to be able to get a breakthrough at all. So I get a ball there, probably a bit dumb on my sense, because Jackie got 2 shots on me and they're able to push us back. A shield with a missed Frank super, so here I'm just going to go in like crazy, but Jackie combined with Poco heals is just insane. They're able to get that. So Sky tries to keep his super here, tries to get it in, but we knew we were going to miss that. So a bit of a misplaying Sky. If he would have just super, Jackie's super really isn't valuable at all, so he didn't really need to hold on to that at all. But a shield with another good super, I do go on him there and we're able to get him down. So we've got a good refrag there. We kind of got a lot of pressure, but me against a Jackie with a Poco heal, I'm not going to be able to do too much because Jackie's just such a good tank. So again, we haven't really got a wall break, we haven't got anything to go through their defense. If we had like a Frank with super here, we probably would have scored. So these comps are just crazy to see on backyard again. It's just such a tank meta at the moment, especially when Max is banned, because with Max in play, Max can just shred these tanks down. So they're able to get a really good kill there. Just the Frank and Poco heals are just too much. We're not going to be able to do anything against it. So they're able to pick up the goal inside of that one. Again, it's just such a hard matchup for us. Even though the Daryl does count the Frank, they've just got such insane Poco heals over and over again. They've got Jackie that's able to cancel the Cole's super, so that's a big GG. I'm trying to just do as much as possible, but Shield playing a good Frank again. And they've just got all the pressure. They've played it really well. They've got the good comp here, and they're just going to be able to walk it in. So currently 2 all-in sets at the moment. Let's go into the last set. Alright guys, going into the last set, Snake Prairie. A bit of a weird map to go the last set on. Everything at stake here. Going into the final set. So many people are watching this game. Everything is at stake in this final one. So they've gone for the Nanny comp. We've gone for Brock because we anticipated this. So Nanny is definitely really good on Snake Prairie. It's definitely Bo's and Tara's job to defend that Nanny as long as possible. So I'm trying to get that gadget down as quickly as possible. This is the aim when you're facing a nanny. You want to keep going into the spawn constantly, over and over again. Get them 3 gadgets down from Bo. Once they're down, nanny's not going to be able to do too much, but especially with the nanny buff now, she's going to be really good on long range interactions. She does a lot of damage, so SpenLC able to take that down. He's trying to get the nanny down in time. He's able to avoid both Tara and Bo and get the nanny down, which actually saves us. So really well played from SpenLC there. They get a good refrag on Tom. So again, they've still got 3 gadgets left. We have to play really aggressive. So SpenLC's going to jump over them mines there, and he's able to get a nice super off to get his shield down. I just bow mine the gadget, but we actually take it down anyway. So only 1 gadget left on Nanny, and SpenLC, I remember calling out them mines, but I don't think he had any jumps left, so he wasn't able to jump over that. But Skyrick's going over them mines, so I don't think he saw me place them, and Tom able to get a super on him, so we're able to retake the lead. 40 seconds left with a Nanny. They've got a gadget as well. They can actually get a kill if Waddy just cycles it. As you can see, he'll go over here, cycle it to get the maximum damage with that peep head, but SpenLC does get taken down, but he's the one with 2 stars. It doesn't really matter if he gets taken down there. So 20 seconds left. They've got 1 more chance for a nanny head to take us down. So as you can see, Waddy is coming up with a peep head, and they're going to be pushing up over time. So SpenLC again somehow doesn't get killed by Waddy either. I have no idea how he's able to dodge that. So I mean, that is literally what clutches up this game. They need 1 more kill, 1 more star in this. I've got no bow gadgets left to give Tara a super, so they have a super. They have all the good scenarios here. So Tom plays really well there. He goes into the face of a shield. A shield tries to predict, but Tom runs back. But really good interaction there from Tom. We're able to pick up the win. So 1 more game away from picking up the whole series. And let's go right into it. Alright guys, going into the second game of this set. So 1 more game to take it all. So I actually just recorded this and forgot to press the record button, so that was pretty funny. I'm having to spectate this one again, so I know what happens after watching it. So again, they've picked the nanny comp, so we know we like this one. You could maybe go Piper, but Piper isn't good in the close interaction. She's only good against other brawlers other than Nanny. So going Brock is all about destroying them. Nanny get well the bow gadgets, so Nanny isn't effective. So we're already able to take down 1. SpenLC with a really good takedown on that bow gadget. So only 2 left. This is the kind of way you want to play it. You want to be constantly communicating, trying to get that bow gadget down. It's so important to take it down, because obviously once them bow gadgets are down, and Nanny's not going to be very effective at all. So Nanny head going in actually misses. A good jump from SpenLC to dodge that one. And again, the bow's just going to be constantly trying to keep us away from it. So I'm going to throw the mines onto it. So that means there's only going to be 1 bow gadget left. With 1 minute left, we're actually in a good position. 1 star up. So all we need to do now is take down 1 more bow gadget, and it's basically GG. So I've done a good job of protecting it though. We probably should have gone a bit more aggro. I didn't really know where the bow gadget was, so they're able to take down SpenLC. SpenLC tried to get down that bow gadget, but they actually tanked it really well. What he probably should have done is came over to the left a bit more, where you see that little block of grass. He could have probably got some nice shots on to destroy that bow gadget, but we're able to take it down anyway in the long run. But a shield with a good counter attack with that with that Tara super. And then again, the Nanny super onto me, and a shield with the Black Portal star power, able to win that interaction. So 20 seconds left. Time is against us here, and we need to push. So what we need to do is get a couple of kills so I'm back into the game. I'll get hit by the bowman. I probably shouldn't have came back here. I just thought Tom was going to back up as well. So Tom going down there was really crucial in them winning this game overall. So literally 5 seconds left. There's nothing we can do. There's no Tara up in time to kill him. So I felt like I should have kept the pressure up, kept Tom alive, and we probably would have won that one in the end. But taking the loss on that one, let's jump into the final set. Alright guys, moving into the final game of the final set. So I'm literally still sweating from how intense these games were. I'm literally out of breath speaking about these games. These are such intense games. So much is online, as I said a million times. I just can't stress the importance to winning this. It's literally going to define our whole experience of getting to the world finals. So they've kept with the same comp again, as I said, but we need to play really aggressive here. In this moment, I was just so confident. I knew we could do really well. As you can see, I'm literally duking so many different shots. I don't get how they didn't take me down there, and I'm able just to get out alive on 400 HP. So that's definitely very bad for not getting me down. They should have definitely killed me. So a big choke on there, and SpenLC with a nice kill. But as I said, you've got to keep the aggression even on the lead when facing a nanny comp. You can't afford to sit back and let him get it. So I'm able to get that gadget down again, and I think that was literally it. I remember Tom and SpenLC literally screaming in my ear to come back because they haven't got any gadgets left. So SpenLC with a nice dodge there. They're not able to do anything in that scenario. So Broke up the left hand side. All we need is a Brock super to break down the right hand side, and we're in a really good position. So Tom misses, but we don't actually matter too much. He can just build it up again. We break up the left hand side and the right hand side with that super. So they're going aggressive. They need to get this lead back as soon as possible. They need to get my bow gadgets down as soon as possible. So I'm able to get down. Skyrix there went in on his own, which wasn't the best, and Smantic able to jump over the Tara super, able to stay alive as well, which was really crucial. I'm super weak, Smantic's weak, so they're actually in a good position if they keep up that aggro, but Skyrix hitting my mines there, he's going to be low. Tom with the pinch, he's able to get down Sky as well, and 13-0, we played this pretty flawlessly. We were so motivated to pick up the win here, literally all of us playing super well, and we played it literally flawlessly. There's no way they're going to be able to come back here unless Tara gets super, and then he's able to clutch up with a head or something, but they haven't got a bow gadget, they haven't got anything to really turn the game, so we're able to pick up the win inside of this one. I'll pick off Skyrix, Smantic goes on top of the Tara, we're able to kill him as well, and we're able to pick up the win. Okay guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed some really intense games. I'm still out of breath, as I said, speaking about these games. That was so important in our road to the World Finals. But literally it started 0-3 and we're already on the comeback. We're only 10 points behind SK Gaming. We've got an extra monthly final to get some points against them. One more qualifier left, 3 more monthly finals. Every single one matters now, so it's definitely important to play at the top of a game. We're super motivated to get this, so we're in a really good situation. It's basically like 50-50 of who gets World Finals now. As long as we keep bettering the results of SK Gaming, we're going to reach the World Finals, so definitely we're super motivated. We're going to get this one as much as possible. We're going to train our hardest to get this. So at the minute, in terms of ladder, I've actually fallen behind a bit. I've literally not pushed for 2 days because this is way more important, but going to be back on the grind, going to be pumping out the videos as usual. But let me know down in the comment section below what you thought of today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.